Abhishek, you have to complete the base term, Abhishek. Shika completed. Prashant and Renu, see, you are officially in my batch. Okay, you have to complete the base term and base term. And you have to start with the Java also, okay?
Sir, I
You know?
completed.
Okay. So you can log into the DI app. Okay, after logging into the DI app, you can find pre-final assessment there. Okay. I'm logging as a Prashant. So see, after opening the dashboard now, so you can click on the site home. Okay, click on the site home. So here you can search for pre-final assessment. Okay, see, pre-final assessment for APJFA, Advanced Program on Java Full Stack with Angular. Okay, APJFSA is your course code. Okay, what is your course name? Advanced Program on Full Stack Development with Angular, Java Full Stack. See, you have to complete this particular assessment. I think Prashant completed, but your score is not updated here. Okay, it will take time. Some okay.
Sir, and test also completed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very good. So guys, you have to complete the day app for sure. Okay. So the app completion is very important to get to get the final process and everything. And what is the message here? Okay. Okay. And the assessment of Java completed. Okay. Very good. Okay, so you have to complete the app for sure. Okay, for the final assessment and everything. Okay, we completed the most of the, I mean, 90% of the core Java part now. So we are going with the advanced Java and everything. And right now, I mean, from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are going to start the frameworks also. Okay, Hibernate and JPA. So you have to complete those things. Okay, so before going with JUnit and before going with any concept, any new concept, okay, please tell me if you are having any issues for pre-final assessment and test. Okay, okay, Reno. Maybe so it didn't upload, I mean, updated in the CMS. Okay, it will take some time to update. Okay, no issue. If you are
And
completed,
test in core Java.
yeah, we have to complete all the modules of the core Java, no? Core Java part. We completed the core Java part. No?
Okay.
Hmm. See, so do you have anyone? Do you have any issues with JDBC or DAO object or a database and everything? I'm asking you about JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. Any issues? I can see most of the people completed the program and some of still they are working with the JDB. I mean the project which I gave to you. Okay, is it completed? Suraj, you can down your hand. Guys, how many of you completed the entire project with JDBC? Nishant completed. Okay. Prashant also. Suraj. Okay. Ketan, Yogesh. Priya also. Okay. Renu, Divya. Okay. Okay. I can see. Very good. Very good. And some of you like Gunjan and some of the people having issues with your hardware, na? So better to update your RAM because with the 2 GB RAM, na? With 2 GB or 4 GB RAM, okay, we can't develop something like a Hibernate application or JDBC application because they are very heavy. If you are using Java, no, so that is only heavy. We are using Java with Eclipse or in a Spring Tool suite, and we are using Google Chrome, and we are using database server. Okay, all these things are very, very, very heavy. Okay, so to handle these things, at least we need a 4 to 6 GB of RAM. Okay, but most preferable is 8 GB of the. Yes, Suraj, no. Suraj, you want to say something? Okay. So if you are okay, if you are having a good RAM, okay, if you are having a good laptop, no, so please speed up your lamp and laptop. Okay, you can speed up your computer by using so you can type Windows plus R. Okay, here we can type Windows plus R. Okay, so a run command, I mean a run prompt will be opened here. Here you can type percentage temp percentage. Okay, so so it will open a temporary folder to you. Okay, you can delete all the files. Okay, select everything here and delete. Okay, try to shift delete. Okay, 243 items are there in the temporary file. Okay, so which will help you to speed up your RAM. Okay, so this is the part of cache memory. I think you know about the cache memory, na? So this will, I mean, this percentage temp will improve a bit. Okay, it will improve your RAM, your performance of a RAM a little bit. So you can delete everything. Okay, so if it is raising some issues, na, you can just skip that file. Okay, some files of operating system we cannot delete, na. So yeah, you can skip those files, or you can click on the do current the items and it will skip so many files. Okay, so it will speed up your computer for sure. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to click on the Windows key, please. Windows key along with R. Okay, a run prompt will be opened. So in the run prompt you can type percentage temp percentage. Okay, click on OK. Okay, a particular folder, okay, folder is going to open. In this folder you can delete all the files. Actually, see, so when I open this folder, 243 items is there. Now 36 items is there. Okay, more than 200 items I deleted it, na? So it will help my RAM to boost something. Okay, so it can speed up my RAM, it can speed up it can speed up the processor. Okay, so you can increase your speed of your computer by deleting the files in the cache memory. And so you can delete the recycle bin. So okay, when you are okay normally deleting, okay, by clicking on the delete key, when you are deleting these files, okay, the recycle will be, I mean, the recycle bin will go into fill now. So you can empty, okay, you can empty the recycle bins. Okay, I don't want these files. Okay, I don't want these files in my laptop. So I can just, okay, empty my recycle bin. Okay, so this is also one of the technique to speed up the RAM. And make sure you are having very less number of icons, very less number of stuff in the desktop. Okay, so don't put everything in the desktop, because I'm working with a lot of Excel files, because okay, we are handling the DAC batches and I have to send the reports. Okay, I have to take the attendance. Okay, so I have to collect the daily assessment and everything now. So that's why I'm maintaining some files. But see, there is no processor including this PC. I don't have this PC in my in the desktop. Okay, so you can empty your desktop as much as possible. Okay, if you are having any I mean more number of desktop icons, okay, that will, okay, slow down your boot up process. Okay, boot up process, it will slow down your boot up process of the operating system. So please make sure you are having very minimalized icons, very minimalized stuff in the desktop. Okay, these are the three things, okay, will help you to speed up your computer. Okay, and make sure you are not having any unwanted softwares in the control panel. Okay, please, you can open the control panel. Okay, in the control panel you can click on the uninstall a program. So here you will have all the software which you install in your computer. Okay, so you can uninstall the unused software. See, here I'm not using Photoshop. Okay, I can uninstall it. Okay, just uninstall the softwares. Okay, so if you uninstall something from the control panel, okay, so your RAM is going to save now. Okay, so please uninstall the unused software, okay, from your computer. Okay, so I uninstall the, okay, Photoshop, because I'm not using it. Okay, you can uninstall like this. Okay, so please make sure you are having only the used softwares, okay, in your control panel. Okay, don't install everything that you are downloading. Okay, So we need a good RAM, na? We need a good RAM. We need a good storage to work with the MySQL, to work with the Spring Tool suite. Okay, to work with Google Chrome. We are using some heavy softwares. Okay, on our daily basis. So we need to make sure we are having a healthiest computer. Okay, anybody can maintain the computer, but only the developers can manage a computer in a healthy way, because we have a one environment, na? So we will I mean, we will lose the speed of the computer. We will lose this environment. Okay, if you are messing with the health of the computer. So make sure you are having very good RAM and very good computer. Okay, when we are starting the
Sir, it's depend storage
internet.
for HSD cards. So it will change for
Yeah,
SSD card.
SSD.
Your
See.
computer is very fast.
Okay, as of our training, na, as you are all the students, okay, maybe some of the people may not afford SSDs. Okay, I don't have a SSD, but still, okay, my computer is very fast. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes when you are
Because
having
I am
more number of computer.
already use heavy software for 6 GB, 1 TB
Hmm.
software. So I
See,
needed
I,
SSD card.
hmm, hmm. See, SSD will help your computer, but okay, that's not only the one. I mean, one solution. Okay, so we can have the SSD, but it is it is too, I mean, difficult to get a SSD as a student, na? Because I think 512 GB SSD cost around 5,000 rupees or 6,000 rupees, na? We can't afford that much of price, na?
Trip
So still, yeah,
and
when we are having the money, yeah, you can update, but you are a student, you cannot afford that much of money, right? So without SSD also you can speed up your computer by doing all these things. Okay, make sure your C, okay, your local disk C is empty. Okay, I mean, so don't delete all these files. Okay, so make sure you are having a very good space in your local disk C. Okay, so your processing speed will be dependent on the space that you have in the local disk C. Okay, don't put everything in the local disk C. Okay, so make sure you are having the different drives C. Okay, so in the D drive I am having all the sources, like I am having the softwares, I'm having the books, I'm having the tutorials. Okay, so I'm having all this my sources stuff, resource stuff in the D drive. And in the workspace I am having all the works I did. Okay, I have the projects, I have the documentations. Okay, I have everything, class notes and everything in the E drive. Okay, in the entertainment, in the F drive, I have something like some web series and music and some stuff. Okay, in the memories, I have some like videos and photos. Okay, you have to segregate your RAM. I mean, you have to segregate your hard disk or SSD. Okay, so you have to segregate it and make sure you are having a very good space in your local disk C. Okay, because we are working with Java, we are working with Java frameworks which are very heavy. So that's why you have to make sure about all these things. Okay, okay. So these are the non-technical stuff. Okay, leave it. So today we are going to start the testing part. Okay, so I'm asking you if you are having any doubts. Okay, in the JDBC. Okay, please tell me, because we are starting the new concept. Everybody is clear, right? About JDBC, JDBC, DAO object, and some I mean some contents of database. Is everything okay, boys and girls? There's some
Yes,
response.
sir.
Okay, so today I'm going to start the testing. Okay, so actually we had a discussion on the theory on Friday, but today we have to revise everything, nah? So today we are going to, okay, test our application. We designed so many applications, nah? So we are going to test them. Okay, so testing. Okay, so what is meant by testing, ma? What is the I know you, I mean, I know you are very good in the the theory concepts and everything. Okay, so what is your definition on the testing? What is meant by testing? Why we need this testing? Why we need What is the need of doing the testing in our software development life cycle? I think you guys are having the SDLC, na? So you have some of you know SDLC, software development life cycle. In the software development life cycle, so what is the basic step? So first step is requirements gathering, na? Requirements gathering, right? After requirements gathering, okay, after gathering all the requirements, okay, we can finalize the tech stack, okay, so we can finalize the tech stack. And okay, so the third important step is, okay, design a prototype. Okay, we have to design the prototype. Okay, so after completion of the prototype, this is the main step, okay, where we are designing the things, design and development. Okay, we are going to design and development the application. Okay, after designing the application, we have to test it. Okay, we have to test it. Okay, we have to test our application. Okay, then after testing we can deploy the software that we created. We can deploy the software. Okay, and we can discuss the technique. I mean, we can discuss the technical stink. I mean, we can discuss the future enhancements. Okay, after discussing the future enhancements, okay, again the process is going to start here. Okay, again, okay, after discussing the future enhancements, after discussing some more stuff, okay, we can again go back to the requirements gathering, then we can discuss the technical stack. Okay, then we can discuss the prototype and everything. Okay, these are the important steps of SDLC, right? Software development life cycle. I think you guys have this particular SDLC techniques, okay, in your academics as software engineering. Okay, so most of the people are from the computer science background. I hope you know about this, right? Software development life cycle. How many of you are aware of the software development life cycle? I know these are the not actual steps, but these are the major steps. Yes, somebody. Yeah, many of the people knows about this thing. Okay, so how many of you know about the agile methodologies, ma? Agile. So you have something like waterfall model, okay, something like spiral model. Okay, we have a different types of SDLC models, na? So in the SDLC models, Agile is the newest. Okay, this process, Agile methodology is the new content. Okay, in the software development life cycle. Okay, so we can, I mean, in the Agile method, we can start anything. We can start any step at anywhere. Okay, this is the new methodology. Okay, so in the Agile methodology, okay, we are going to do any step at anywhere. Okay, you can start the, okay, prototype when you are designing and developing. Okay, you can perform testing while you are designing. Okay, you can deploy the application after the testing. Okay, so this is Agile methodology is the continuous process. Okay, it's like a continuous process. Okay, so when you are, I mean, most of the companies, okay, 99.9999 companies, okay, working with Agile methodology in nowadays. Okay, so in Google, in Google, you can search for something like, Agile. Okay, so just had a discussion, Agile, and you have something called Scrum. Okay, Scrum Master. Okay, so there will be a lot of openings for some Scrum Master. Okay, so there is a different things. Okay, this Scrum and everything is a part of this Agile methodology. Okay, Scrums. Okay, Sprint. Okay, we can discuss all these things in the Agile methodology. In the Agile methodology, we can start any step at anywhere in the SDLC. Okay, so here why I am discussing this Agile methodology, because okay, as a developer, you are the part of these three things. Okay, generally as a developer, you are the part of these two things. Okay, fourth step and fifth step. This is your major steps. Okay, designing and developing and testing. Okay, so you have to know how to test a software, you have to know how to test a some module of a software. Okay, you have to test it. So I mean till now, okay, till JDBC we discussed how to develop a software. I mean, we developed one project also on banking operations. Okay, but till now we don't know, okay, how to test the software. Okay, because we have to understand these two steps. As a software engineer, as a full stack developer, okay, we have to design the application and we have to test our application with ourselves. Okay, as a full stack developer we have to test, right? So that's why we are going to learn testing. Okay, as a part of agile methodology, okay, we have to design the software and we have to test it when we are designing the software. Okay, we can perform module level testing, we can perform integration level testing, okay, we can perform different types of testing, that's a secondary thing. But we have to know the testing because lot of companies, okay, so lot of companies offering as a full stack developer role. In the full stack developer role you have to develop a application with agile methodology. In the agile methodology, okay, you have to test a software when you are designing it. Okay, in the waterfall model, in the spiral model, okay, we can test the softwares after completion of the design. But in the agile methodology we can test the software while we are designing. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so because I mean 99% is more than 99% is, okay, companies are working with agile methodologies. So we have to know how to test our software while we designing. Okay, so this is why we are going to start testing today. Okay, so generally, so I can say this testing process. Okay, so generally this testing process is, okay, in the first step of I mean SDLC, na? In the first step of SDLC, we have some requirements. Our project manager, our project leader, our client. Okay, we have some clients, na? So our clients will give one requirement. Okay, we want this thing, we want this thing. Okay, they will give you the requirement, na? So after designing your software you have to check, okay, whether the particular requirement is, okay, we meet that particular requirement or not. Okay, the process of ensuring the functionality of an application whether meets the requirements or not. Okay, process of ensuring the functionality of a software or functionality of an application meets the requirements given by the client or not. We have to check our functionality. Okay, so here I can write the process of, okay, the process of ensuring the functionality. Okay, the process of ensuring the functionality of a application or functionality of a software, okay, meets the requirement of meets the requirements of a client or a particular project manager, or can I mean you can call anything here. Okay, testing is the process of ensuring the functionality of an application, okay, meets the requirements of a client or not. Okay, we have to check. Okay, we have to check whether this is working or not. We have to check we implemented that or not. Okay, so after designing, now after designing we have to check it. Okay, so this is the testing, this is the process of, I mean this is why we need a testing. Okay, testing is the process of, okay, ensuring the functionality, okay, ensuring the functionality of an application meets the requirement or not. Okay, so generally we can say one thing here. Okay, testing is the another, I mean you can, testing is the process of identifying the correctness. Okay, so process of identifying the correctness of the software, correctness of the software. Okay, So testing is the process of identifying the correctness of the software. Whether so whether this particular software is correct or not. Okay, we can match the requirements with our functionality, so we can check it. Okay, whether he is satisfying the requirements or not. Okay, so that process, no, that process is known as the testing process. Okay, clear, boys and girls? Are you clear with the two definitions of the testing? Any doubts here? Hello? What is meant by testing? Anyone? You can define the testing in your words, in a simple words. It's okay. Come on. Hello. Guys, did you got my point? So you can define the testing in your own words. I can call someone. Hello, Nishant, Paras, Prashant. Anyone? Please give me the definition, or please give me the um, meaning of testing in your own words. Define testing in your own words. Guys, am I audible? Day, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Rahul. Okay, Rahul gave one example. To make a program bug free. Okay, very good. So testing is the process of removing bugs and also checks the correctness of the program. Very good, Rahul. Yeah, that's what. Mm. Any other definitions by anyone? Ketan, Divya, Rupa, anyone? Suras, Suras, give me some, some definitions in your own words about testing. Because I know you're a very good developers. Okay, so you're writing the code very well, but still we have to learn the testing, na. So you have to be active. Okay, come on, let's give some examples about the definition of the testing in your own words. I'm not asking you to repeat my words. Okay, I'm asking you. Okay, please give me the definition for the testing in your own words. You can give anything. Yeah.
So,
Testing
yes.
some. Okay.
Okay. Okay. One. Sandeep.
So I think testing is something that to check whether we get required output or not.
Okay. So checking for whether we are getting the required output or not. Very good. Okay. Gunjan, you are saying something.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. The checking is something that uh, check the result with the expected
Uh,
result
yeah.
what
This
we
is an.
have.
Hmm. Yes, we have to match the we have to match the actual output with the expected output. So expected is a good word here. Very good, Gunjan. So we have to match expected result with, okay, actual result, and also check the execution time. Okay, okay, we can check the execution time, like, so how much time it is taking to execute, how much time it is taking to process the result. Very good, very good. We can check for the execution time as well. Very good, Yogesh. Yes. See, we are getting a lot of stuff. See, actually, Gunjan said one important point: expected result. Okay, so actually, when we are testing something, okay, when you are testing one application, okay, we will get one result, and we are expecting some result. Okay, we are getting some actual result. Okay, you have some actual result, and you have some expected result. Okay, you have to match the expected result with actual result. Okay, if the expected result and actual result are equal, then that we can decide, okay, so this particular application is perfect. Okay, if the expected result is not equal to the actual result, then we can raise something. Okay, we can raise voice to the developer. Hello, so we are getting one output, but we are expecting this output, so this particular logic is wrong, so you have to check. So we have to, okay, give that particular report to the developer of the application. Okay, so we have to check the expected result with the actual result. Okay, so our testing process is based on the actual result and expected result only. Okay, so generally, okay, this testing process is two types. Testing testing is in two types. Okay, we can perform the testing in two different types. Okay, so what are those? Anyone?
So
Manually or automatic.
Very good. So manual. Okay, the second one is automatic. Automation, we can say automation. Hmm. So manual testing and automation testing. Okay, so what is meant by manual testing and what is meant by automation testing? Any guess?
so in manual we don't use tools and softwares
Hmm. For what? For,
for testing.
okay, for testing. Okay, okay. You can just elaborate. You can give the examples if you have any.
Manual testing using for any for the client to use of
Mhm.
many software to check for to approve for as a this software. For automation
Mhm.
testing as a some as a other client, so
Mm.
mainly remote version to solve it.
Okay, okay. So you are saying in the manual testing we have to check with ourselves, and in the automation testing we have to check the application with some other client application.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Okay, very good. That's what. So in the manual testing, manual testing is the testing process in which, okay, in which the test cases are executed by manually. Okay, so here actually coming to the manual testing, okay, is a testing process where we are writing the test cases by our own, test cases by our own, and we are executing the test cases, we are executing the test cases, okay, manually in an application. Okay, manual testing is the testing process where we are writing the test cases by our own, and we are executing the test cases manually in the application. Okay, so this is meant by the manual testing. Okay, so you can say in the manual testing we are not using any automated tools, and in the automation tools, in the automation testing we are using some automation, okay, tools. Okay, so in the automation so automation is the testing process in which, okay, we are using some automated tools to write the test cases and to execute the test cases. Okay, so in the automation testing process where, okay, we are using an automated tool to write test cases and to write the test cases and execute the test cases automatically by the automated tool. Okay, this is meant by the automation testing. Okay, in the manual testing we are writing the test cases and we are executing the test cases manually, but in the automation testing we are writing, we are using one particular automated tool to write the test cases and to execute the test cases. Okay, so coming to the examples, okay, coming to the examples of manual testing and automation testing. Okay, so we have JUnit. Okay, JUnit is a, okay, some manual testing technique which is used in, Java applications. And we have Jasmine. Okay, so Jasmine is a one type of testing. I mean, Jasmine is a one type of testing tool. I mean, unit testing tool, which is used with the JavaScript frameworks. Okay, JUnit is used for the Java, na, but Jasmine is used for something like JavaScript frameworks like React.js, AngularJS. Okay, you can test React project and Angular project with Jasmine. And coming to the, okay, automation testing. Okay, coming to the automation testing tools. Okay, so we have one legendary automation testing tool. Do you know what it is?
Selenium.
Yeah. Other than Selenium, anybody? Selenium. Okay. So Selenium, actually Selenium is one of the most famous and most used, okay, testing tool in the world. I can write Selenium, I think. Selenium. Yes, this is the Selenium. And we have some other testing tools also. Okay. So we have Micro Focus and we have a Test Complete. Okay. Micro Focus and Test Complete. These are also automation tools, but okay, most of the people, I mean, uses only the Selenium other than this Micro Focus and Test Complete. Okay, we have so many automation tools, but these are the familiar to many people. But in these three, Selenium is the most powerful. Okay, so we can, okay, here we have a JUnit now, so we can fetch the JUnit in Selenium. Okay, we can use the JUnit framework in the Selenium automation tool. Okay, so if you are familiar with JUnit, so you can easily learn the Selenium. Okay, so Selenium, I mean Java with Selenium. Okay, so in nowadays, okay, actually there are two important roles for Java. One is full stack developer for Java, full stack developer Java, and Java Selenium tester. Okay, these two guys have lot of market in nowadays. Okay, full stack developer with Java and Java with Selenium tester. Okay, you have to know Java to test with Selenium to understand the Selenium and all. Okay, so these two guys has lot of market. Okay, trust me, if you are having at least 2 to 3 years of experience in these technologies, na, so when you are having 2 to 3 years of experience in these technologies, definitely, okay, definitely you will get 80 to 100 percentage hike in the market for sure. I will give you the assurance. Okay, when you are having at least 2 to 3 years of experience in these two technologies, in these two roles. Okay, so you definitely you will have 80 to 100 percentage of the hike in your salary for sure. Okay, because it has a lot of market, so I mean Java is not that much easy now, you can see. Okay, there are so many people who are working in the IT, they are working with the tools like so they are working with some business tools, they are in some IBM tools. Okay, they are supporters, we have some executors. I mean, when you are having a seniors, when you are having a brother and sisters, okay, in your family, okay, you can ask them, okay, so how is the role for Java? I mean, what are the different technologies that they are working? Most of the people, okay, there are 70 percentage of the people in the IT who doesn't know about Java. Okay, those 70%, okay, those 70 people, 70 percentage of the people, okay, are the supporters for the Java people. Okay, in your company, na, so there are only 30 percentage of the employees who are really developers. Okay, the remaining 70 percentage of the employees of a company is the supporters for these 30 people. Okay, assume you have a one company where you are having 100 employees na. So in that 100 employees, 30 people are the real developers, 30 people are working with Java, JavaScript, Python. Okay, these are the different things, okay, in development. Okay, though only there are 30% of the people, 30 people, okay, who are in development. Okay, these remaining 70 percentage of the people who are working as a supporters for the developers. Okay, they are supporters. They are a role for quality engineer, their role for support assist, their role for testing. Okay, there are different roles in the IT. Okay, so but these 30 people, these 30 percentage of the people, okay, who has the great knowledge, who has the, okay, good experience in these three things, I mean in these two things. One is full stack, one is testing, and another one also, there is another one also who is known as the DevOps. Okay, there is a something called DevOps, which is used to provide the security mechanism. Okay, these three guys have the wonderful opportunities. They are having wonderful marketing nowadays. Okay, so okay, I'm suggesting you, please take a look on this particular thing. Okay, when you are a full stack developer, okay, you have to know the testing, you have to know the database, you have to know about the coding, you have to good with everything. Okay, so that's why testing is also one of the important thing in the market. So you have to concentrate on this particular testing tool that we are explaining today. Okay, so these are the two types of testing techniques. Okay, they're in the market. And coming to the methodologies, okay, coming to the methodologies of a testing, okay, we have three different methodologies in the testing. We have three methodologies in the testing framework. Okay, so anybody, do you know what are the three different methodologies? I think we discussed this thing. Yes, Priyanshu.
Sir, black box testing, white box testing, and gray
Hmm.
box testing.
Black box testing, white box, and the gray box. Gray box. Okay. So we have three different types of methodologies: black box testing, white box testing, and gray box testing. Okay. So do you know what is meant by black box and white box and gray box? Anybody other than Priyanshu? What is meant by black box testing? Okay. Give me a minute. I will show you something. Hmm. Rocky, guys, give me a minute. Okay. Sorry for the disturbance. Hmm. So actually, so I want to explain. No, I don't want this. Okay, so let me write something here. Hmm, edit text. No, I don't want to edit alt. I want to add some text here. This is the coding, okay? Hmm, Okay, this is your coding for your application. Okay, this is the coding. Okay, so here black box, white box, gray box, we have three different methodologies for the testing now. So black box means, okay, black box means, so when you fill this thing, okay, when you fill this particular code, give me 1 minute, I can. Okay, so black box testing. Okay, this is the black box testing. So what happened in the black box testing? So here we don't see, we can't see any coding, na? So we are not seeing any coding technique here. Okay, black box. Okay, this is the black box. In the black box, okay, we can't find any coding. Okay, so in the black box testing, okay, black box testing is a technique where you can examine the functionality of a software without touching the internal coding. So actually I can draw functionalities here. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, this is one outcome of the project, and uh, actually this word, na, this is worst thing. We cannot continue the same style for multiple lines. Mm, okay, assume, okay, these three lines, okay, these three lines are the outcomes of the project. Okay, so here we can directly check these particular outcomes. Okay, we can directly check these particular outcomes, okay, without touching the internal coding, because this is a black box. See, can you see any coding here? No, because this is a black box. In the black box testing, so you can find, you can work on the, okay, outcomes of the project. You can work on the functionalities of the application without touching the internal coding, because it is a black box. Black box means you cannot touch the internal coding. Okay, but so when we say this is a white box testing, so in the white box testing, that means, okay, here this is the white box testing. So here in the white box testing you can find the coding, so you can see the coding here. Okay, so white box testing means, okay, so checking the project, okay, examines the project, okay, with internal coding and infrastructure and software, okay, and everything. So when we are concentrating on the black box and white box, you can explain this thing in very easy way. Black box thing, in coming to the black box testing technique, okay, so in the black box, okay, you can concentrate on the functionality of an application without touching the internal coding, internal development. Okay, but coming to the white box testing, here it is the white box testing, so in the white box testing you can concentrate on the coding. Okay, you can you, so here we are not concentrating on the outcomes of the project. Here we are concentrating on the coding, internal coding and internal development, internal infrastructure, internal tools and everything. Okay, we are concentrating on the coding and internal part of an application in the white box. But in the black box testing, okay, in the black box testing, so we are concentrating on, okay, only the outcomes of the project. Okay, only the outcomes of the project. But coming to the third thing, okay, coming to the third thing, so the third one is, okay, gray box testing, so it is a gray box testing. So here, okay, this is the gray. Okay, so what you can see here, okay, you can see the internal coding and you can see the outcomes of the project. Okay, in the gray box, okay, in the gray box testing, you can see the internal coding along with the outcomes of the project. Okay, along with the outcomes of the project. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, in the black box you cannot see any coding. Okay, so you can check the functionality of the application without touching the internal coding in the black box. Coming to the white box, okay, you can examine the internal coding, internal implementation, infrastructure and everything in the white box. Okay, and coming to the gray box, we can perform internal testing and we can perform external testing. Okay, gray box is nothing but the combination of white box testing and gray box testing, sorry, white box testing and black box testing is known as the gray box testing. See, here in the gray box we can see the coding and we can concentrate on the outcomes of the project. Okay, so these are the three different methodologies, okay, when you are performing the coding, I mean testing. Okay, is this clear? The white box, black box, and gray box. See, this is the gray box. You can see the coding in the gray box, and you can see the coding and outcomes of the project. And this is the white box. You can see the complete coding part. Okay, and coming to the black box, see, okay, here you cannot see anything in the coding because it is a black box. We cannot see anything, so we have to concentrate only on the outcomes of the project, only on the functionality of the project. Okay, so this is nothing but the three different methodologies in the coding part, I mean testing part, sorry. Guys, is this clear? The black box, white box, and gray box. Guys, any doubt in the black box and white box and gray box?
No, sir.
So now we can write some definitions for the black box and white box. Okay, so black box is a testing technique. Okay, testing technique which examines the outcomes of the project, outcomes and functionality of an application without touching internal coding. Without touching internal coding. Coming to the white box testing testing technique which examines examines uh, the internal coding infrastructure of the application. Okay, infrastructure infrastructure and I mean databases and different tools of an application. Okay, so here we are checking the quality of the coding that developers did. Okay, we are checking for the quality of application. And here in the gray box, okay, gray box is nothing but the combination of both black and white box. Okay, the combination of both black box testing and white box testing. Okay, these are the three different methodologies in the testing phase. Okay, actually we are discussing a lot of theory. Okay, but you have to remember all these three as a tester. This theory is very very important. This is the basic things. Okay, and tester should have the basic knowledge. The tester or a developer must have. Okay, guys, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. See, now today, okay, so we are going to start the J unit and everything. No? So here, okay, we can discuss the different levels of the coding. Levels of the sorry, not levels of coding. I'm very habituate for the coding, so please excuse me. And this is the testing levels of testing. What are the different levels in the testing? Okay, so we have something, okay, like module level testing. Okay, when we designed a one module, so we have to test it, so that is a module level testing. And we have something called integration. Okay, integration. So when you are adding, okay, one or more modules, okay, when you are adding one or more modules, okay, that I mean that means it is we are integrating the different modules, so we have to test the integration part also when you are adding more number of modules together into one particular module. Okay, and after integration we have to check for the system, okay, system testing. Okay, after completion of the system testing now, so we have to check for the acceptance testing. Okay, acceptance, we have to check for the acceptance. Okay, after the acceptance now, so we have to check for the I mean stress testing. Okay, stress testing. Okay, so these are the different levels of the testing, mainly these are the levels. Okay, in the module level testing na, so I mean, so you are a full stack developer in a in an MNC company where, okay, there is a lot of developers for one application. Okay, you are not only the developer for an, one software, right? So you are one of the developer, so you can design one module for the sprint. Okay, you can design something like, so you have to design some module called a deposit. Okay, you have to design a deposit method, okay, for the sprint one. Okay, so there you have to design one particular module now, deposit module now. So you have to check, you have to test the module, okay, by yourself. Okay, that type of testing, okay, one module level testing is known as the module testing. We can call, okay, this particular thing as a unit testing. Okay, module level testing is also known as the unit testing. And coming to the integration, okay, so you are the one of the developer now, so you will be assigned to some, deposit method. Okay, so there is another developer, developer 2. Okay, he is going to develop something like withdraw method. Okay, there is another developer who is going to design some pinch change option. Okay, so there is another developer who is working on the fixed deposits. Okay, these are the different modules of a banking application, right? So each and every developer is going to develop one module. After designing all the modules, after performing the unit test cases on the modules, okay, we can integrate them. We have to integrate the entire modules into one particular module, okay, to perform, to design the system na? So we need to integrate the different modules. Okay, when you are integrating the different modules, okay, when you are integrating the different modules, you have to check, okay, how is the integration part, okay, how is the application. Okay, we have to check for the different types of, okay, testing methods. Okay, when you are integrating the different modules. Okay, that is the second level of a testing in the application. And coming to the system testing, I mean, so there is a different developers like, front end developer, back end developer, database engineer. Okay, so we have to, okay, integrate the front end and back end and database. When you are integrating the front end and back end and database, you have a one system, you have a one particular design, right? So you have to test that particular design, you have to test that particular software designed by the team. Okay, so that is the system testing. Okay, system testing is the, okay, you are testing the final outcome of the application, you are testing the final outcome of the application. And coming to the acceptance testing, okay, you have a final product, you have a end product. Okay, so we have to check, okay, how is this particular end product is accepting the inputs. Okay, we have to check, okay, how is the login method, or how is the sign up method, how is it, how it is accepting the inputs, how it is providing the outputs, what are the different errors we are getting. Okay, we are expecting these kind of things, okay, in the acceptance testing, how this particular software is accepting the user defined data. Okay, that is the acceptance testing. Coming to the stress testing now, so stress testing, okay, so you designed one website. Okay, so we have to check, okay, how much users, okay, how much users can access this particular website at a time. Okay, for example, when you are I mean, when you are when you are going to book, tatkal tickets in the IRCTC website, tatkal tickets in the IRCTC website. Okay, the website is going to hang for few minutes. Okay, the website is going to hang for few minutes. Otherwise, you can take another example. Okay, when you are seeing the results, okay, when you are seeing your bachelor, or when you are seeing your academic results in your university website, the university website is not going to open that much easily. Okay, we have to refresh so many times, because, okay, because lot of people, okay, so you are not only the student of a university, right? So one university has different colleges, different colleges have, okay, hundreds of students. Those hundreds of students is I mean, is accessing the university website at the same time. Okay, so 10,000 users using one application at the same time. What will happen in that case? The website is going to die. The website is going to down its server because of the heavy traffic. Because of the heavy traffic. So we have to check how much stress this particular website can handle, how much traffic this website or this application can handle at a time. So we have to check those type of things. Okay, so to check those type of things we have to perform stress testing. Okay, stress, we have to give the stress to the application. We have to check, okay, how much stress this particular website can handle. Okay, these are the different levels in the testing phase. So as a developer, okay, as a developer we have to check the unit testing phase. We have to check for the unit testing phase, because you are designing the different modules. You have to check for the unit testing, and all these testing techniques can performed by the testers of the company. Okay, there is a separate team for the testers now, there is a separate team for testers now. So those testing people, those testers can test the these levels. But as a developer we have to go with the module level testing or unit testing. Okay, we have to go for the module level testing as a developer. Okay, so to perform okay, unit testing, unit testing in Java application, we have to use we have to use JUnit. Okay, we have to use the JUnit to perform unit testing in Java applications. We are the Java developers, so we have to check our Java application. So we have to work with the JUnit. Okay, we have to use JUnit for the unit testing. Okay, JUnit is the one of the popular unit testing framework for Java applications. This is a framework, not a library or not an API. This is a framework. Okay, so this is why we have to learn JUnit. Okay, before, I mean, to perform the module level testing. Okay, is this clear for everyone? Why we are learning JUnit? As a developer we have to check for our modules. We have to test our modules by ourselves only. To perform module level testing or to perform unit testing, we need to work with the JUnit. Okay, because we are working with the Java applications, right? That's why. Okay, is this clear, boys and girls? Why we are using JUnit? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
yes, sir.
So I think this is a enough theory to learn about the, I mean, to understand the testing techniques and everything. Okay, so now we have to learn about, okay, so what is a JUnit? Okay, what are the different types of JUnit? What are the different versions of the JUnit? What is the version that we are going to learn? Why we are going to learn that particular version? We have to understand these type of things. Okay, so after discussing the versioning of the JUnit, we can start a one basic project. Okay, we can write one basic simple code. We can test it. We can test the simple code by that. Okay. Yes. So we have JUnit, right? We have JUnit. So actually, we are learning JUnit 5. Okay. We are going to use JUnit 5. Okay, so here I'm not concentrating on the JUnit 4. Okay, remember. So I'm concentrating on the JUnit 5, which is the recent version. Okay, so actually we have JUnit 4 also. Okay, JUnit 4. JUnit 4 is also there. Okay, but we have JUnit. So now we have to know, okay, what are the difference? What is the difference between JUnit 4 and JUnit 5? Okay, so generally the main difference between the JUnit 4 and JUnit 5 is, okay, JUnit 4 is more than 10 years old. Okay, it is more than 10 years old. Okay, it is recent version. it's released in its recent release, I can say. Okay, it is recent release. And okay, so this J unit, no, so this J unit, okay, not updated with the new testing patterns. Okay, no new testing patterns. Okay, and J unit 5 is the has lot of new testing patterns. Okay, okay, this J unit 4 doesn't support doesn't support new features of Java, new features of Java, because this is a quite old version, no? And this particular JUnit 5, okay, this JUnit 5 supports all the new features of Java. All new features. Okay, these are the major differences. Okay, so this I mean, actually, we have a JUnit 5. Na? In the JUnit 5, we have a Jupyter engine. So where we have a more number of annotations. Okay, but JUnit 4 has less number of annotations. So I will explain what is the annotation and everything. It has Jupyter API, which supports a lot of new annotations. Lot of new annotations. Mm, and what's happening? Okay. So these are the main differences between the JUnit 4 and JUnit 5. Okay. So because of these reasons, we are not using JUnit 4. Okay, we are going to learn JUnit 5. Okay, so let's learn about the JUnit 5. Let's discuss the features of the JUnit and what is man. I mean, I told you right now. So in the manual testing, we are going to write the test cases. So we have to know what is a test case. We have to know how we can execute the test case. Okay, we are going to discuss a lot of these things. Okay, so before yeah, we can discuss the features of the JUnit. Okay, first one, so the features of JUnit 5 and everything. So before discussing JUnit 5, are you clear with all these things? See, please revise the content what we are explaining. So we discussed about the testing, what is meant by testing, and so different definitions of the testing, and we discussed the different types of testing, which is automation testing and manual testing, and we discussed about the examples also, JUnit and Jasmine for the manual testing, and Selenium and Micro Focus for the automation testing, and we had a discussion on the different methods of the testing, like black box and white box and gray box, and we discussed about the levels of testing, which is manual testing or
Your
testing,
voice is not audible.
integration testing, testing
Sir, your
acceptance,
voice,
unit testing.
So your voice is
voice.
not clear.
My voice. Hello, guys. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sandeep, yes. Okay. I'm audible, right, Sandeep?
Yes, sir, but
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
something is lacking.
Okay, okay. Maybe. Okay. So we discuss about the different levels of the testing. Okay. So after that, we are discussing why we are using JUnit, what is the purpose of using JUnit, and we are going to learn JUnit 5. So that's why we are good. I mean, we discussed JUnit 4 versus JUnit 5. Okay, now we are going to discuss the features of JUnit 5. Okay, so if you are all, I can continue. Are you clear with all these things? And this is a TV getting more, it's okay. Good. Guys, are you clear with all these things? Anybody having
Sir,
any
your
doubts?
voice is not coming properly.
Arey yaar, what's happening with my voice?
I think
Hello.
there is some network issue.
Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Hello, boys. Arey, hello.
Yes, sir.
ఏంటి వినిపించట్లే? ఓకే. Okay. So we are discussing the features of the J Unit 5. So actually, these J Unit 5 or J Unit 4, okay. So this generally this J Unit is a open source. Okay, what is meant by open source? What is meant by open source? J Unit 5, J Unit is open source testing framework. Can say framework. Okay. So what is meant by open source? Anybody? This open source. That means source code is open. What is meant by open source?
So this is available for everyone.
Hmm. Okay. So it is generally free. Open source nothing but it is a free software. Okay, we can use this free software. Okay. And the second one, let me write. Okay, annotations to identify the test methods. Okay, we have a lot of annotations to identify the test methods like at the rate test, annotations to identify okay, test methods. Okay, so that is nothing before each, uh, before all, and we have test. Okay, we have some ordered test.
Sir, your
We
screen is
have
not
some simple
visible.
display. Oh shit, sorry. Good, right? I think my screen is visible now, no?
No, sir.
Hello? No?
Not yet.
No. Okay, sorry. Now you can see, right?
Yes,
My
sir.
screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry. Hmm. So I'm saying that we have a lot of annotations. Okay, we have a lot of annotations to identify the different types of test methods. I mean, so we can write the different test cases Amit, why you are muting me? Hello. Okay.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, it's by mistake.
Okay. 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 So actually, I mean, assume we are developing a one particular, something called calculator application. Okay, assume we are developing one calculator application. Okay, so in the calculator application, we can have a different methods like adding, subtracting, dividing, multiplying. Okay, so we can have a different methods. Na? So we can write different test cases for the different methods. Okay, we can write different test cases for the different methods. So if you want to identify any test method uniquely, okay, so you have a different types of annotations. Okay, we have a annotations like before each, after each, before all, after all. We have something like order, we have something like display name. Okay, we have a number of annotations in the JUnit 5. Okay, and so this is very simple. Okay, JUnit very simple. You can learn JUnit within 1 day for sure. And so we can run, so okay, we can run these JUnit test cases, run test cases automatically. Okay, so with a single click, with a single click we can run the all the test cases. Okay, within the single click we can write, we can run the all the code in a single click. Okay, and we can write the code in very far, I mean, we can write the test cases, the test cases more efficiently than JUnit 4. Okay, in JUnit 5 we can write the test cases more efficiently. Okay, compared to the JUnit 4. Okay, so and we have a something like progress bar. Okay, we have a progress bar facility in JUnit. Okay, progress bar, that no, progress bar is nothing but okay, how many number of test cases are executed. Okay, so what is the status, whether it is a green or whether it is a red. Okay, if the the progress bar is red, that means test case is failed. If the progress bar is in green color, that means okay, test case are succeeded. Okay, so we can have a progress bar feature, okay, within the JUnit 5. So that's why we have to use the JUnit 5. Okay, these are all the features, okay, features of the JUnit 5. Okay, so now we have to concentrate, okay, how to create a program for the, I mean, a test case. Okay, what is the different steps in the running the unit test case and everything. Okay, we can we can start the programming, we can start the practical now. Okay, so before starting the practical, okay, so please revise the theory. Okay, if you are having any issues or any confusion in the theory, you can ask me now, because we are going to start the practical now. So in the practical we are going to discuss this theory something. Okay, so please make sure you are all clear with the theory. Any issues or any doubts, ma, in the theory?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's start with I mean, writing the test cases and everything. But before starting, we know the process. Okay, so let's take a break for 15 minutes. After coming from the break, we can start the practical. Okay, clear? Let's
Yes,
take
sir.
a break.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's almost 11:45. I mean 11:41 it is. Okay. Please come back at almost 12. Okay. 11:55, in between 11:55 and 12. Okay. Yeah. Take a break. Bye. Hello guys. Hello. Boys, are you back?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And give me a moment, I'll share the screen. So my full name Kituri Bhaskara Sai Marshall Cedar single date of joining. I forgot the date of joining. Spine. Guys, give me a moment. I have to fill one form. Okay, just now I got a mail. Give me one minute. Okay, so now we can start, the JUnit programs. Okay, how to write a JUnit basic program and how to execute them. Okay, so how to write a multiple test cases. Okay, so we can discuss these things. Okay, so first of all, we have to understand what is the test case. What is the JUnit test case? Okay, so anyone, do you know what is meant by the test case? What is JUnit test case? Actually, when I'm explaining you about the manual testing, automation testing, so here we wrote something, na? So testing is the process where we are running the test cases by our own, and we are executing the test cases manually in an application, right? So here I wrote, okay, writing the test cases. Okay, writing the test cases. So what is meant by the test case? Anybody? What is meant by the test case? Sorry. Any guess? Hello? Hey, why are you so silent today? What happened? Is everything okay? Hello,
Yes,
boys and
sir.
girls.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, right. So I'm asking you what is meant by test case. Okay, so generally, test case is a part of code which ensures the another part of code is works as expected or not. Okay, test case is a part of code which ensures that another part of code another part of code is working as expected or not. Okay, so generally this particular JUnit test cases has some characterization. Okay, this particular JUnit test case has characterization. That means it has a different things. Okay, it has a different things. Okay, so I can say this things as a characterization. Yes, characterization of unit test case or JUnit test case. Okay, so here, okay, so characterization means, okay, so what it contains, one test case contains what? Okay, so it has some known input. Okay, we have to pass some input to the test case. Okay, and we have to pass expected output. Okay, we have to mention expected output, and we have to write precondition. Okay, and we have to write some post condition. Okay, and at least, okay, we have to, at least we have to we have to write at least we have to write two test cases, at least two test cases to check one requirement. Okay, so to check one module or something. to just to check one requirement, I can say one requirement. Okay, so the characterization. Okay, one unit test case contains one known input and one expected output and precondition. Precondition means what we have to do before out. I mean, what we have to do before executing the test case, and we have to check what we have to do after executing the test case. Okay, we have to check. Okay, the precondition. That means what we have to do before executing the test case. We have after executing the test case, we have to do these things. So, and right, okay, so for example, okay, when you are adding, okay, so you are writing a one program for calculator. In the calculator, we have something like Hello, guys, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my screen is visible, right? So, guys,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes.
let's close all the things in the Spring Toolset. Okay, so this is a main interface of the Spring Tool. Okay, that you already know. Let's create a Maven project again. Okay, so create a Maven project. So I'm using same workspace location, and we have to start. Okay, archetype quick start only. Okay, now we can give the name of the project and slot one JUnit. Okay, com dot slot one JUnit, and click on the finish. So I'm creating same Maven project with the archetype, quick start. So slot one JUnit. Let's wait for a few minutes. It will create. Okay, we have all the things now. Now we have, okay, so slot one JUnit. In the slot one JUnit again we have, okay, so Java, I mean, standard edition 1.5, we have to update this particular edition, and okay, we have to add some JUnit files to it. Okay, so JUnit is a external framework, right? So we have to download the JUnit actually, but thanks to Maven, we can use the Maven project. Okay, now we no need to download anything, just we have to mention some dependencies in the form.xml. Okay, so actually without creating Maven project also we can work with the JUnit, but we have to download the JUnit files, JUnit jar files. We need to add that particular jars file into our project. Okay, but we have Maven, which is a king, so we can use the Maven to add the JUnit frameworks or any framework to our application. Okay, so here we have to add Java and JUnit. Okay, let's add Java 17 first. So Maven, Java Maven source target. Okay, but you already know this. Okay, we have to copy the Maven compiler source and Maven compiler target here. Array, what do I do? Guys, am I audible? Okay, sorry. So actually we have to paste compiler source and compiler target in the form.xml, and we have to change this to the 17th version of Java. Okay, we are using 17th version of Java, right? So now we have to add, okay, JUnit to this particular thing. Okay, so when you are adding JUnit, when you are adding JUnit, we have to add, okay, two important files. Okay, so two important files for the JUnit. So one is JUnit Jupyter. Okay, so JUnit Jupyter, and we have to add JUnit platform runner. Okay, so when we want to work with JUnit, so we have to add two dependencies to the Maven project, which is JUnit Jupyter and JUnit Platform Runner. Okay, JUnit Jupyter is a framework of JUnit 5. Okay, so JUnit 5, official name of JUnit 5 is JUnit Jupyter, and we have to work with this JUnit, JUnit Platform Runner. And if you want to work with, okay, if you want to work with the JUnit 4 or JUnit 3, then you have to add JUnit Vintage Engine. Okay, so we have to add JUnit Vintage for JUnit 3 or 4. But if you want to work with JUnit 5, so you have to add JUnit Jupyter. And I mean, with the generator Jupyter, we have to add this runner. Okay, we have to add this runner to run the test cases and everything. Okay, this is also JUnit 5. Okay, we have to add these two things to our form.xml file. These two things will download the JUnit jar files to our project. Okay, so we have to add JUnit Jupyter, right? So you can type JUnit Maven dependency. Okay, JUnit Maven dependency, go to Maven repository JUnit. So here we have to work with some versions, anything in versions. So actually, see, this is the fourth version. Okay, JUnit 4.13.1, 4.13.2. Okay, so this is the JUnit 4. Actually, we want to work with JUnit 5, right? So here JUnit 5, right? JUnit 5, Maven dependency. Okay, JUnit 5, Maven dependency, and here Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, we have to copy the thing. Okay, see, we have configuring JUnit platform. Okay, so JUnit 5 platform here. Okay, you have to copy this dependency, copy this particular dependency. Okay, so copy this dependency and paste it here. Paste it in the dependency file. Actually, I mean, by default, the JUnit platform is 3.8. We don't need this 3.8, right? So we can replace this 3.8 with this 3.8 with 5. Okay, 5.4.0 is the version. Okay, we have to work with 5.4.0 Jupyter engine. Okay, I already told you we have to work with Jupyter engine to work with the JUnit 5. Okay, and we have to add JUnit platform runner. Okay, JUnit platform runner. Okay, this is the vintage engine, so you can add this unit, I mean vintage engine, if you want to work with 4 and third versions. Okay, let's search for JUnit platform runner here. Mm, so actually this is okay. There is no platform runner in this page. Okay, so here you can type JUnit platform runner Maven dependency. Okay, okay, so here we have to use the platform, this thing. So in this JUnit platform runner, this JUnit platform runner will give you some extra annotations. Okay, so in this we have to add, I mean, we have to work with 1.2.0. Okay, 1.2.0 is the standard version of JUnit Jupyter, sorry, JUnit platform runner. So we can do that by compiling this. Okay, so just give me a moment. Okay, this is the JUnit. Okay, 1.8.2, but okay, so rename this 1.8.2 with 1.2.0. Okay, we have to work with JUnit platform runner 1.2.0. Okay, and we have to add JUnit Jupyter engine with 5.4.0. Okay, so we have to add two different files, Amma. Okay, one is 5.4.0 and one is 1.2.0. Okay, is this clear? We have to add two dependencies. Okay, so when you downloaded these two dependencies, I mean, when you add these two dependencies, we have to update the project. Just right click on the project file and go to the Maven. Here in the Maven, you can update the project. Update, force update, and click OK. After updating the project, we are having, okay, Java SE 17th. Okay, and you can, okay, here in the Maven dependencies you can find the JUnit files. Okay, see, okay, we are having JUnit Jupyter API, JUnit engine, JUnit platform comments. Okay, we are having so many JUnit files. Okay, okay, we are having so many JUnit files now. Okay, this particular thing will automatically, okay, actually we have to thank Maven for sure. Okay, so if the Maven won't exist in the world, we have to download all these files by our own. We have to download all these files, and we have to add, okay, we have to add these files to the our project. Okay, that will be a difficult task, right? But when you are using a Maven, we have a pom.xml where you can mention your dependencies. If you mention your dependencies, automatically the Maven will download the dependencies. I mean, Maven will download the, okay, the files which we required. Okay, so as I told you earlier, okay, as I told you earlier, in the SRC, na, we have two types of SRC, SRC main Java, okay, and SRC test Java, okay. We have SRC main Java, SRC test Java, okay. I already told you this, okay. SRC main Java is used to write the coding part, okay. SRC main Java is used to write the coding, and here com.slot1, I mean, sorry, SRC test Java is used to work with, okay, the testing file. Okay, here we have, okay, app.java. Okay, here we have app.java file. Okay, give me a moment, I will show you. Okay, this is the app.java file, and here we have app.test file. Okay, we have app.test here, and we have app.java here. See, app Java, app test. So in the app file, okay, in the main file, okay, we have to add our logic, right? We have to add our logic here in the app file. Okay, if you want to test those things, okay, you have to write the testing in this particular app test. Okay, this is the syntax of, okay, testing in the JUnit 4. Okay, this is how you have to write, okay, when you are working with JUnit 4. But we are not using JUnit 4, we are using JUnit 5, right? So you can replace the entire coding, just remove the entire coding in the app test file, app test.java. Okay, just remove everything from app test.java. Okay, and we have something in the main method. Let's compile this main method, okay, whether it is working or not. Let's check it. Okay, run as a Java application. Okay, yes, we are getting the output. Yes, okay, our app.java file is working. Okay, so here we have to create, okay, either we have to create a pro, I mean, like this, or you can create a new file. Okay, anywhere you can create. Okay, so which one? So which file I have to use? Okay, so can I go with app.java file, or you need to create any other file? What do you want? So we have to write the coding, right? So where I have to write the coding in the app.java file, or if you don't want this app.java file, we can create another file. There we can write the coding part. Suggest me where I have to write. Guys, can I go with app.java file?
Yes, sir. We can do
Okay.
with this.
Okay. So here I can write the coding part. Okay. So here, okay, let's call one method. Okay. I'm creating one particular, method which is used to add the two variables. Okay. Adding the two variables. Okay. So public return, okay, I want to return something, okay, public integer, adding, okay, adding is the method name, where I can expect two values from the user, int a comma int b. Okay, and we have to return a plus b. Okay, so this is the adding file we have. Okay, we have one adding file, right? So I want to check whether this particular adding file, okay, whether this particular adding file is working perfectly or not. Okay, so whether this is adding two numbers and returning the two, I mean the integer, some integer or not. Okay, I want to check. So I want to test this particular coding part. Okay, so as of now we have to check with the, we have to go with the basics only. Okay, so let's check this particular file. Okay, so to check this particular file, to check this particular file, we need a, actually we need to write this particular thing in the app file. Okay, so actually we have to write one class which is named as the file name app test. Okay, okay, this is a testing file. Okay, so here I want to test a method. Okay, so this particular class, okay, I mean, we here in this particular class we can create a one method. Okay, so let's create a method called, you know void, something like test adding. Okay, we are testing the adding method, so that's why I'm creating test adding method. Okay, here I want to check whether the particular adding method is working perfectly or not. Okay, so here, okay, we have to create an object for app method. Okay, we have to create the object for app class. Okay, so here in the app class, okay, here in the app class we have to test the method. So we have to create an object for app. app ap equal to app equal to new app. Okay, I'm creating object for, okay, I'm creating object for app class. Okay, now we can call the method, we can call the method which is mentioned in the app class. Okay, so here, okay, I want to check, okay, here I want to check whether the work, I mean the adding method is working perfectly or not, right? So here I can write something, int expected result is, okay, I am expecting 5. Okay, I am expecting 5 as a result. Okay, and okay, the actual value we have to check for the actual value na. So int actual value act equal to, okay, int act equal to, we have to call this particular method na, we have to call this particular add method, right? So here, okay, here we have to call this method by using the object of the app class. Okay, so ap dot, okay, ap dot, we have to add, okay, adding, okay, I mean I am passing two values here, 2 comma, okay, I am passing 2 comma 3 values to the app file. Okay, I am passing 2 comma 3 file, 2 comma 3 as a integers. Okay, I want to get 5. Okay, so this is a valid thing, right? I mean I'm expecting one particular value by passing 2 comma 3. Okay, so the expected result would be 5. Okay, now we have to check whether the actual result, okay, so act has actual result and expected has expected result now. So here we have to check whether the particular expected value is equal to the actual value or not. So here we have to use something called asset equal. Okay, so we are asserting, okay, we have so many asset methods in JUnit. Okay, the basic method is asset equal. So we have to compare expected result, okay, expected result with actual result. Okay, we have to compare expected result with actual result. Okay, so this is clear, right, for everyone? Guys, I'm creating an object for app class and I'm calling the I mean adding method by using the object of app class. Okay, by passing two parameters 2 comma 3 as an inputs for the adding method, because okay, I am writing this particular method because okay, this adding method is expecting two numbers. Okay, this adding method is expecting two numbers. Okay, are you clear? Is everything clear about this method? Tell me. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is clear, huh? Now actually we have to import this asset equal, right? So we have to import the asset equal from something here. Okay, uh, okay, see, I am importing asset equal from JUnit asset methods. Okay, JUnit asset methods, all the assets of the JUnit is by defaultly, okay, they are static methods. Okay, by default all the JUnit assets are static methods. That means I can directly mention it, I can directly mention them. Okay, no need to create the object for them. Okay, see, now actually this is the test, I mean this is the method where we are performing the testing for the adding, right? So this is the test. Okay, this is the test case that we wrote, right? This is the test case, right? Now, okay, now we have to use one annotation, we have to use one annotation for this method. Okay, so the annotation is at the rate test. Okay, at the rate test. So we have to import this at the rate test from the JUnit Jupyter API. Okay, see, now this is a one test case. Okay, you have to, okay, mention one particular annotation to mention it as a test case. Okay, if you didn't mention this now, if you didn't mention this, okay, this is not a test case, this is a method. Okay, void test adding is a method. Okay, so if you want to make this method as a test case, you have to use at the rate test annotation. Okay, is this clear now? Okay, save this particular program, save this test case. Now we have to run this test case na? We have to run the test case, okay, to get the expected and output result, actual result. Okay, now here, okay, right click on the run, I mean here we have a run na? So right click on this file and run as a Okay, test case actually, okay, we are not having any run as a JUnit or something else. Okay, so here, okay, select the project, right click on the project, go to the run. Okay, here you have to okay, compile this thing as a JUnit test. Okay, this is a JUnit test file, right? So click on the JUnit test. Okay, so just wait for a few minutes. Okay, so here we have JUnit test result. Okay, see, we have a green bar na. So we have a green bar, which I mean, I told you no. So features of the JUnit. So in the features of the JUnit, we have progress bar. I already told you, no? So in the JUnit 5, we have a progress bar facility. If the all the test cases of the progress bar is true, oh, sorry, if all the test cases that we wrote is true, that means progress bar in green color. Okay, so the test case, I mean, okay, I am passing 2 comma 3 to the add method and I am expecting 5 in the place of the result. Okay, so it will return 5. So expected value and actual value is equal, so that's why the test case is pass. Okay, the test case is passed, that's why the progress bar is in green color. Okay, just now, okay, I want to expect. Okay, so I'm expecting, okay, 6. Okay, I'm expecting 6 from passing 2 comma 3. Okay, I am passing 2 comma 3 values, but I am expecting 6. What happened in this case, ma? Any guess? I am expecting 6, but I am passing 2 comma 3 value to the add method. So what happened in this case? What
Change
happened?
into red.
Yeah, definitely the test case is going to fail. See, right click and run as a slot. I mean, it is changed to red. Okay, so we are having some errors here. Okay, so failure trace, in the failure trace you will have some errors. Okay, see, just hover on the error, Java language assertion error, expecting 6 but was 5. Okay, we are expecting 6 but the actual value is 5, so this is why the test case is failed. You can see the message also. Okay, if you want to see, okay, if you want to see user defined message, so here you can, okay, mention the message also. You can mention the message. Okay, it should return, it should return 6. Okay, so I'm saving the message. Okay, I'm saving the message. Okay, so but this thing has an issue. mm, okay, so just save this program. Okay, now, okay, just run this test case. Okay, still, okay, the progress bar in red color, that means the test is failure. Okay, you can see the error. Okay, so it should return 6 but expected, I mean, expected is 6 but it was 5. So here you can see the message, it should return 6. Okay, you can see the message here in the failure trace. Okay, this is how you have to write the test case. Okay, so we wrote one method in the app file. Okay, we wrote one method in the app file, and we wrote one test case for the app file in the app test. Okay, this is the test case. Okay, guys, is this clear? The basic test case. Hello, boys and girls, is this
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so, okay, now you can tell me. So I'm writing one particular, okay, method here. So public int subtraction, subtraction. Okay, so where I am passing int a comma int b as a parameters. Okay, so return a minus b. Okay, so tell me, so how to write the test case for this? Okay, so I want to write the test case. So how to write the test case? We have to write the test case. Okay, right? So by using the at the rate test, okay, we have to mention the annotation for sure. Okay, guys, here you have to remember one important point about the test cases. Okay, you have to remember one important point about the test cases. Every test case must be the void. Okay, every test case must be the void. By default, every test case is in public mode only. Okay, so by default, okay, your test case must be the void. Okay, so please remember, you cannot return anything from the test case. Okay, here I'm writing one test case by using test sub. Okay, test sub. So you can create any name for your test case. Okay, so this is my test case for checking the subtraction. Okay, so here, okay, I'm directly checking for the asset equal. Okay, I'm directly checking for asset equal. I don't want to use any. Okay, okay, I don't want to use any variables, any object. Okay, okay, I'm directly using asset equal. Okay, so here I can write 3. Okay, I am expecting 3. First we need to pass the expected result, then we have to pass the value, actual value. Okay, here I am using new app, so without creating the object on object, we can call the method. Okay, subtraction. So here in the subtraction I can pass 4 comma 5. Okay, I am passing 4 comma 5 as a parameters, and here subtraction subtraction should happen. See, okay, we can write the test case with even in one line. Okay, without using without using any, the variables, we can write the test case. So the first value, no. So the first 3 is defines the three means actual. Sorry, expected value. We are expecting 3 as a result. Okay, we are expecting 3 as a result, and okay, to the subtract method, for getting the actual value, we have to pass some values now. So for subtraction method, I am passing 4 comma 5. Okay, I am passing 4 comma 5 as a parameters to the subtraction method, and it should return 3 as a value. That's what I am expecting from this particular test case. Okay, so if the test case is failed, I am going to print this error message. I am going to print this error message in the failure trace. Okay, so is this clear for everyone? We are creating same test case. Okay, both are working same, but we created the, okay, one line test case. Is this clear for everyone? The syntax, we can write the test cases in both the syntax. Both the syntaxes are equal. There is no difference. Hello. Okay. It's clear, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Now just run the test case. Okay. Just you can right click on it. See, still we are getting the red. Okay. So both the test cases are failed. You can see here. Okay. Into mark and into mark. Okay. Both the test cases are failed because, subtraction should happen. Expected 3. Okay. We are expecting 3. Okay. Expecting 3, but actual value is -1. Okay. It is returning -1, but we are expecting 3. Okay, so that's why the test case is failed. Okay, now I am expecting, okay, same 3. Okay, but I am passing 8 comma 5. Okay, I am passing 8 comma 5. So in this case, okay, can you tell me the color of the, progress bar? What will be the color of the progress bar in this case? Any guess?
Green.
Green. Are you saying green?
Yellow.
Yellow? No, no. Actually, it will print either red or green. No, no any color other than red and green. Okay, still it will be red because, okay, we have two test cases, na. We have two test cases, but one test case is failure, one test case is pass. So still it will in red color. Still it will be in red color. Okay, see, you can see one message here. Test subtraction is pass, test adding is failed. Okay, the reason is it should return 6, but it was 5. Okay, we are expecting 6, but the actual result is 5, so that's why it got failed. Okay, if you pass expected as a value as a 5 here. Okay, now what happen in this case? The progress bar will in
Green.
both the test cases will pass for sure, right? So it will be in green color for sure. See, okay, testing is happening. Yes, we got Okay, progress bar in green color because both the tests are passed. Now you can see the failure traces. Okay, there is no failure traces, so that's why there is no messages in the failure trace option. Okay, so here, okay, like this you can test your code by passing the different values by expecting the different values to it. Okay, we have a asset equals now. We have 10 different methods. Okay, we have asset not equal, asset true, asset array, iteratable, asset iteratable. We have so many asset methods. We have to discuss those methods. That's it. Okay, you have to write the test cases in this proper manner. Okay, that's clear. We created the two different test cases to check with the two different methods. Mm, what, what to do? This is clear. If you are clear, I can continue. Otherwise, we can discuss this thing. Tell me, guys, is this clear for everyone? So this is the basic testing technique. You have to clear with it. Everybody, is these test cases are clear? Or do you have any confusion or do you have any doubt in adding the Maven dependencies, in running the test cases, in creating the test cases? Actually, I created a one Maven project. In the Maven project, I added okay JUnit Jupyter engine and JUnit platform runner in the pom.xml. After adding those two things, okay, I am updated. Okay, I updated the project. Okay, that means all the files which we mentioned in the pom.xml is got downloaded. Okay, after downloading all these things, okay, we have two different packages. We have two different folders. One is src main, okay, and we have src test. Okay, in the src main we can write our, okay, we can write our code. In the src test we have to write our test cases. Src main for source code, src test for writing the test cases. Okay, so that's what I did in the src main. Okay, I created the two different methods, okay, which is a adding and subtraction. Okay, so I just want to check these methods whether these particular methods is returning perfect values or not. So that's why I created two test cases in the app test file, okay, which is named as test adding and test sub. Okay, you can create any name for the your test case. Okay, so this is the basic syntax to write one test case. I hope everyone is clear with this. So please take care about the pom.xml. In the pom.xml, I mentioned 5.4.0 of Jupyter Engine, and I used 1.2.0 of JUnit Platform Runner. Okay,
Okay, sir.
guys, what about others?
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
should. Okay, see, we have changed only three different files. That's okay. Okay, no, I hope everyone is clear with it. So, okay, we are writing the test cases and we are working with the test cases now. So now we have to discuss the life cycle of test case. Okay, we have to discuss the test life cycle. Okay, how a JUnit test is performed and what are the different annotations that we have. Okay, in the JUnit test case life cycle. Okay, so we have to discuss some theory. Okay, some theory. If you are clear with it, I will start the theory. Otherwise, you know, the rest thing. Can I start the theory of JUnit test life cycle?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to the theory concept. We discussed so much theory today. I know you are getting, some of you are getting bored, but it is a process. What should we do? Test life cycle. Okay, we should know all these things. That's why.
So actually, in JUnit 5, in JUnit 5, the test life cycle is driven by the four primary annotations. Okay, the test life cycle is driven by four primary annotations. Those are before all, before each, after all, after each. Okay, before all, before each, after all, after each. Okay, so JUnit test life cycle is driven by four main annotations. Okay, those are okay after all, after each, before all, before each. Okay, we have four major annotations. Okay, normally, okay, these methods is used to print one message before or after running the test cases. I told you the pre-condition and the post conditions in the the characterizations of the test cases na. So here we have to write the precondition and post condition, okay, by using these methods: after all, after each, before all, and before each. Okay, normally, generally a test case contains multiple test methods. Okay, so we can contain multiple test methods, but okay, the execution of each method, the execution of each testing method involved in three major cases. Guys, what happened? Sandeep, what happened?
Okay, so
Okay,
I don't know what happened.
okay. you know so generally, okay, one JUnit test class, okay, we have a one test class here, no? This is our JUnit test class. This test class has different test methods, na? So each execution of the test method is going to involve in three different phases. Okay, each test case has three different phases. The first phase is setup, the second phase is test execution, and third phase is cleanup. Okay, so here I can write something. So each test case or test method, okay, involved in three phases. Okay, involved in three phases. Those are, setup is the first phase, setup, and the test execution, and we have something called cleanup. Okay, so we have three different phases of a test case. So in the in the setup method, na, this phase, this setup phase puts the test infrastructure in the place. Okay, this setup method puts test infrastructure in the place. Okay, so if you want to create an object, okay, you need to create an object and you need to, okay, call a method. Okay, so these are all the things, these are all the process that involved in the setup process. Okay, setup process will create an object for you, okay, in the memory. Okay, so here in this particular setup, in this particular setup method, you can use the, okay, annotations like, before all and before each in this one. Okay, you can, okay, you can use, okay, before all and before use, before each. Sorry. Okay, setup process puts all the infrastructure in the place, and you can use before all and before each in this particular phase. Okay, in this phase. Okay, so during test execution, this particular test execution is going to happen. This particular thing is going to happen with value, with expected value. Okay, the assertion. Okay, the main assertion is going to happen in this case. Okay, the main assertion with expected and actual values. So here in this method, you can use the rate test. Okay, here you can use called coming
So your
says
voice
is
is
about
not coming properly.
my voice, please. But sometimes I lost the. What should I? Okay, guys. Now I am audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So I'm saying that in the test execution phase, so the test execution phase is the main phase where the assertion, the assert equal, the assert true, the all the assert methods is going to compare with the actual value and expected value. Here we can use the one annotation called test. Okay, you can use test annotation here. Okay, we already used the test annotation here in our program. Okay, but so this cleanup process, this is the final step to clean up the infrastructure. So to clean up the infrastructure, okay, after executing test. So here you can use you can use the annotations like, okay, after all and after each. Okay, this in the cleanup method you can use, okay, the methods called after all and after each. Okay, so these are the three important phases of test methods, test cases. Okay, so we can use this before and before all, before each, okay, in this particular program also. Okay, see. Okay, so I'm writing one annotation which is before all. Okay, before all. Okay, before all. So you can write something here, public static. Okay, when you are using before all and after all, you have to write a static methods. Okay, before all test cases. Okay, I'm creating one method. Okay, you can create any method, but I created before all test cases method. Okay, and you have to import this before all. Okay, import before all from the Jupyter API. And here let's print something. Okay, let's print. Okay, printing before all test cases. Okay, and so for example I want to print something in the test method also, test also. This is main test. Okay, this is main test. Okay, now you can see the output in the console. Okay, you can see the output in the console. So we got, the test is success and we got something in the output. Okay, see, before executing the output, before executing the test case, okay, the printing before, this particular method is printed. Okay, see, and here actually we have command prompt. No, where is this command prompt? See, printing before all test case is printed because, okay, we used before all annotation. Okay, if you use before each annotation, actually we have before each annotation also. So Okay, now you can see the difference between before all and before each. When you are using before each, so you have to write only, okay, non-static method. Okay, so let's print something in the chart window. Now you can see. Okay, so before each, okay, the same output is printed for two times. The same output is printed for two times because we have two different test cases in our code, right? So we have two different test cases. One is test adding and one is test subtraction. Okay, so this before is going to print. Okay, this before each, okay, is going to print before executing any test case. Okay, sorry, before executing every test case, this before each is going to print. Okay, but if you use before all na, so before executing all the test cases, that's going to print. If you use before all, okay, you will have only one output, but if you are using before each, you will have the outputs. Okay, so the number of test cases that you have, if you have 5 test cases, you will have 5 outputs. Okay, if you have 2 test cases, you will have only 2 outputs. Okay, by using this before each. Okay, and very similar to the before each and before all, you will have after each and after all, which is going to execute after execution of the, okay, test case. Okay, for example, I am creating after each. Okay, let me copy this thing. Okay, after each, okay, something. Uh, and we have to import this from the API. Okay, guys, now you can see the difference. Okay, I'm executing the JUnit test case and we got green color progress bar, that means success. And here you can see, okay, printing before all test cases, printing after test cases, and I mean, so this is before each, na, and we have, okay, our test case here. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Okay, so actually we have to print this thing before asset equal. Okay, now you can see the difference. Okay, clear, and we have the output printing before all test cases and printing after each. Okay, so after printed 2 times and before printed 2 times. Okay, because we are having 2 test cases. Okay, before each is going to execute. Okay, when before the test case. Okay, before executing the test case, this before each is going to execute. After each going to execute after completion of the execution of test case. Okay, so these are the, these are the additional annotations that you have in the JUnit. Okay, this particular two, and I mean these particular 4 annotations, you can use it. Okay, just wants to print something. Okay, just wants to print the progress of the, progress. Okay, if you want to see the progress of the, okay, test cases. Okay, how test cases are executing. Okay, which test case is in which, which state. Okay, if you want to see that particular progress, you can use these annotations. Okay, you can use after all and before all and before each and after each. Okay, so these are the annotations that you have in JUnit 5. Okay, to print something before executing the test case or print something after executing the test case. Okay, you can use before all or after all or before each or after each. Okay, if you use the each method, before each and after each, it will print for every test case. Okay, if you have 10 test cases na, the before each is going to execute for 10 times, because you are having the 10 test cases. But if you use before all, that means it would print only for one time before executing the all the test cases. Okay, guys, is this clear? The annotations, before all annotation, before each and after all and after each. These annotations just use it to print the progress of the, progress of the test cases. That's it. No more than that. Actually, you can just remember these methods. Okay, no need to write any logic for these methods. Okay, but you have to pay some concentration. You have to concentrate something on the test cases, how you are creating the test cases for the different programs and everything. Actually, we have 10 asset methods. Okay, we have 10 asset methods, like asset equal we have, no? So asset not equal, asset true, okay, asset array equals, asset iteratable equals, okay, asset throws. Okay, we have so many methods, we have to discuss all those methods. Okay, but before discussing all those things, okay, I want you to know, okay, are you clear with this or not? Shall we discuss those asset methods today? Can I discuss them today? Hello, boys and girls. Shall I continue or shall I wind up? Tell me something. Are you feeling like heavy? Or if you are very clear, I can continue. Or if you are feeling like heavy, I can wind up. Anything is for you. Come on. What to do?
So we can do next tomorrow.
Okay. Let's wait for others also, Sandeep. Let's learn from others also.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
We
we
can go
can
for the
wind up.
voting. Okay. What about others? Ketan, Prashant, Divya, Hemant. What to do? Shall we continue? Shall we wind up? Ketan, tell me, yeah.
So we can continue in the next class.
Okay. Okay. Anybody wants to continue in this same session? Divya, you want to continue. But anybody supports Divya? Hemant. Okay, you are supporting to tell in this class. Hemant. Okay. Two for S and three for no. Come on, let's do something. Let's vote. Hello. Guys, can I continue or wind up?
Sir, wind up.
Fine.
Okay. Okay.
Wind up.
Okay.
Sir,
Most number of wind ups. Okay, listen. Okay. So I'll send you the all the I will send you the project and I will send you the class notes also. Please go through the content. Okay. So please revise the content. So please create some basic test cases. Okay. Please don't use same addition method, same don't use some subtract method. Create something new. Okay, create something new. Okay, and share it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you have to use asset equals. Okay, tomorrow we can discuss the other methods also, and if time supports, tomorrow we can have a discussion on hibernate, because you will have a SME session on Wednesday. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay, so I can wind up the session, but don't leave the session before 2 o'clock. Okay, please hold on in the meeting to get the attendance. Okay, before doing that, let's create a repository in the GitHub to push our code. Slot one JUNIT. JUNIT. Create repository. Let's copy this GitHub URL and the workspace location. Slot one JUNIT. Okay, this one. Let's set up the Git BMD Git commit, Git add, and Git commit NSM Mm, JUnit intro. Okay. Now we have to push it. Git remote. Sorry. Remote add origin. Paste it and push minus f origin master. So you have to clear about the comments of the GitHub for sure, guys, because GitHub is very important in the real time. Next we have, let's copy this and paste it in the window. Come on. Okay, guys, please check the GitHub. Okay, and I will send you the notes also. And it is to all. Okay, you can find the class notes and the project URL in the GitHub. Okay, so please practice it and please try to create at least 2 to 3 test cases. Okay, and go on. Okay, and please don't leave the session before 2 o'clock. Okay, please hold on. You will have an attendance. If you left the class now, definitely you will. Okay, you will lose the attendance for sure. Okay, don't leave the class. If you are having any issues in adding the Jupyter API to the uh, in the pom.xml, please let me know. I will send you the links of the Maven things also. Okay, if you need. Okay,
Okay, sir.
bye.